Leaders of the United States and China agreed to maintain open lines of communication after their first in-person talks since Biden became U.S. President. The meeting took place on the sidelines of the November G20 Summit in Bali. But after years of tension over issues including trade and Taiwan, many expect frictions will persist.
U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping expressed an openness to repair the worsening relationship between the two countries in their first face-to-face talks since Biden became president, pledging that their countries will resume talks on major global priorities. To follow up, Secretary of State Antony Blinken will visit China in early 2023.
With regard to China, one of the, I think, important outcomes of the conversation that President Biden had with President Xi was a shared view that we need to keep open and indeed strengthen lines of communication between our countries. That is necessary if we're going to responsibly manage the relationship, to deal with the competition that we have so that it does not veer into conflict.
Following House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan in August, China suspended climate and military talks with the United States. China also intensified its military deployment against the self-ruled democracy that Beijing claims as its own. The two countries resumed climate talks during COP27 in Egypt, where U.S. Special Envoy John Kerry and Chinese representatives praised the renewed communication.
This is how I would comment on the official consultation between China and the United States. It is very candid, friendly, positive, and very constructive.
But analysts caution key issues that have driven competition and disagreement between the two countries still persist, including trade, technology, human rights, Taiwan, and the South China Sea.
We see both sides building up military power, including in the Indo-Pacific. The U.S. is shifting its posture there. The Chinese continue to build a blue water navy, build long-range strike, and build nuclear weapons, the triad for deterrence and potentially use along those lines. So I think competition and tension is inevitable.
In Cambodia, top defense officials from the U.S. and China discussed the need to improve crisis communications, while the U.S. continues to raise concerns about what Washington said is increasingly dangerous behavior by the Chinese military in the region. Naki Chin, VOA News.